In honor of the Subaru being back on the channel, today we have limited edition blue Subaru World Rally Blue remove before flight jet tags. These are definitely the dopest ones we've had yet. Yo, that's so sick. And then this is a little bit of a surprise, but that comes later.
Rum.
This, not gonna fly. Not gonna fly. Oh my God.
Every kiss, every hug.
Yeah, I would say that these two have, that one bit the dust pretty hard. This one definitely is gone. Whew. I just had my second neighbor in 2 days come walk into my garage and say hello and take a good look at my SC300 and go, it is pink. There are people literally that are in my neighborhood that take bets on whether my car is pink or not. And there's the second person in 2 days that has actually come up to me and like, yep, yeah, it's pink, I win. Ironically enough, these cars are actually making me friends with my neighbors somehow. You would think the opposite. All right, let's go. Rip, I just had to reset the car because my ABS switch was off and I'm not trying to drive like that today. We're good. So it should just slide right on. Hopefully it didn't. Yeah, it was kind of rough getting it on. You have to like go under.
Well, I'm just trying to see how things match up here first.
I don't really think it moved too much. So things shifted a little bit whenever he started doing stuff on the alignment machine, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more cutting. For some reason, a lot of this stuff in here moved around, which is blocking this from actually going all the way in. So I'm probably gonna have to cut a little bit down there, but it shouldn't be too much. Plus, not to mention, this needs to be angled this way, but this all got a little bit bent, so that didn't help. I'm pretty sure the body shop cut this little piece out. I definitely left a piece here to connect it. So I intentionally left all this little area and it's gone now. So that's interesting, but it's still not lining up exactly with the frame right here. It should be lining up like this. So I need to cut that. But now this actually lines up a little bit better, but once I press it in, it's good. Oh. So I'm getting it really, really straight. It's looking really good. If you look here, like that's starting to line up really well, like almost perfectly. This, with the right amount of pressure and force, will line up also pretty perfectly. So this got a little bent out whenever I was pulling the panel off because it was being a pain in the ass. So after it starts, my guess is after we start getting it tack welded on, we'll start pressure, like just kind of forcing that in. And then any like major cracks, there's obviously going to be some big cracks in here that I'm going to have to fill in with Bondo and stuff, but we're going to get as much tacked as possible. The only thing that is moderately concerning is even though the frame is now straight, this piece actually cracked. Like this piece is still moved up a bit. As you can see in here, like this piece is cracked. Like there's the frame, here's the rest of like just the chassis itself, and this part is still lifted up. So this is not lining up perfectly, so I might have to take a hammer and just really yeet this back into place, or we're gonna have to figure out something else. There is a piece that goes over this, so I'm not too worried there's not too much like chassis rigidity back here. As long as it pieces together, the taillights fit, the trunk closes, that sort of thing, it's gonna be okay. But I did end up getting it pretty close to exactly how it's gonna fit, so I'm pretty confident with this. So the next move is to do some sanding. In order for anything to be welded together, there has to be no paint present, so I've got to use this, grind it down to the metal, and we're Gucci. Alright, so I got pretty much all this area is now paint free, which is very important. All that's free. Shave this part down a little bit. Now this is all paint free. I got this shaved down a little bit. The inside's paint free, and then I got most of this off, and I can always, you know, touch it up when I need. But now it's time to get this sucker jumped. I've got to drive it over here to where we can weld, and I guess now is where the fun starts. It is time to commit. So now it's the part where we're gonna have to try and bend this a little bit and shape it. So that might be able to go up. So here's how we are so far. We've gotten a lot of it filled in. There's gonna be some Bondo action definitely need to happen, but basically we're gonna have to just file this down, and these beads will have to get filed down a little bit. Tomorrow we're gonna work more on the rear end. I'm gonna put the trunk back on and close it. Well, alright, that's simple enough. That gives you an idea of what the hell we're gonna do. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to get the trunk on, and we're gonna test fit the trunk and make sure everything fits, but then we're gonna adjust this and move it in, up, you know, that sort of thing appropriately. We don't, because it was still in a wreck and because this is moved up a little bit, we don't know exactly where it needs to be, so we're gonna end up having to probably get one piece of little metal right there, weld that back together. But all this is very, it's like not forming together very well just because of the kind of discombobulation back here. So we'll do that tomorrow, but right now for today I feel like we got pretty damn good progress. We're cleaning up. We got a lot more. We got some more right here. Yeah, we got a lot more welding, and then definitely some good old Bondo work. We have to I'm gonna have to Bondo a lot of the body because there's some dents that the junkyard made, but I'm not too concerned about anything lower than here. You can probably guess why, but it's actually it's pretty awesome. I'm really psyched to see this car with a body attached to it. That's definitely seems like it's one piece of body again. Well, cool. Again, big shouts to Dad for all the help on doing this. I'm really psyched to get this thing on the road and get it fixed. And I'm now that we actually have it in position again, we have boom, lots of work to do tomorrow, baby. Psyched, dude. Make sure you guys check out the link I have for you in the description and check out the jet tags. They are definitely the coolest yet. Simple but awesome. Psyched for the work I gotta do tomorrow. We're getting moving on this thing, man. It's gonna be ready soon. Peace out. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go do some burnouts. Some darn burnouts. Made it into one word. Bye.